Dear students, in today's class, we'll be learning about the nature of e-commerce, and in the second part, we'll learn about the scope of e-commerce. So, what is nature of e-commerce? We know now what is e-commerce is, and whatever things we have spoken, that itself is a nature of e-commerce. But we'll be explaining here with the 9 points nature of e-commerce. So, the first one is technology enabled, technology mediated, universality, intercommunication, delivery of information, electronic completion of business processes, interdisciplinary, customization, virtual community. Other than these, also there are many more things which speak about e-commerce, but these are the main things which speak. And primarily, we know that technology, e-commerce means without technology we cannot expect e-commerce. Then e-commerce means very clearly understood that universal existence. Then intercommunication, information is delivered. Then we have business processes which could be dealt. Then interdisciplinary, many things are there in the e-commerce, not only one thing. Customization, individual to individual services, and virtual communities, a group of the internet groups, that all things come here. Now we'll move for the explanation of these points. The first one is e-commerce is technology enabled. What it means? Traditional commerce is taking place since times immemorial, but e-commerce is result of integration of digital technology with business processes and commercial transactions. The technological foundations of e-commerce are internet, world wide web, and various protocols. Now, what this says is technology enabled. See, in the olden days, traditional commerce was the only existing, and a sudden e-commerce emerged. It's because of the emergence of technology. You just imagine, without the technology, is there a e-commerce? Absolutely no. So, if there is e-commerce today, it's because of the technology, and because of the emergence of the technology, because of the internet, because of the world wide web, because of the protocols, today we have a e-commerce. Therefore, e-commerce is technology enabled. Next, second one is technology mediated. In e-commerce, buyers and sellers meet in cyberspace rather than physical place. Hence, e-commerce does not involve face to face contact, rather cyberspace. We have learnt about this. So technology, through the instrument technology, the buyers and sellers meet and have the transaction. They don't meet face to face. And the best example is you are ordering the commodity or the material through the websites. And another thing, payments you make, banking transactions you make through the mobile or other means of technology. Then you have the third one is universality. Buying and selling takes place through websites in e-commerce. The websites can be accessed from anywhere around the globe at any time. Therefore, it possesses the feature of universality. This is one kind of the nature of e-commerce. E-commerce means you can buy at any time and anywhere. This is the primary thing. We must remember that e-commerce is a global concept. So it has a access throughout the world. Anywhere anybody can buy anything. So it is not limited or restricted to a particular geographical area. That's why e-commerce is universal. Then fourth one, intercommunication. E-commerce technology ensures two-way communication between buyer and seller. On one hand, by using e-commerce, firms can communicate with the customers through e-commerce enabled websites. On the other end, customers can also fill order forms, feedback forms, and communicate with buyers operating business operating firms. What it says is here the buyers and sellers can have a communication. Using the e-commerce, firms can communicate with customers through e-commerce enabled website. A business firm can uh, communicate its customers through the websites, and the customers can communicate to the buyer to the seller through the website. So this is a possibility of intercommunication in the e-commerce. Then delivery of information. E-commerce serves as the best channel of communication. E-commerce technologies ensure speedy delivery of information at very low cost and considerably increase information density as well. So it's because of the e-commerce today the companies are able to send their information to another company or to the sell or to the buyer or to the customer to whomsoever concern. We must know that today it is a business of seconds. So within no time you can send information to another. It may be through the email or through other means. Various networking systems are available today through the internet, and immediately, just think of a few years before, if you wanted to send any information or documents to another place or to another person, you were supposed to depend on the you are supposed to depend on the post, and post you just imagine how many days it was taking, depends on the distance. But today that impossibility has gone, and you can send immediately. And next point we have, which speaks about the nature of e-commerce, is electronic completion of business processes. By using e-commerce, we can perform business transactions like accounting and inventory through computers at a global level. What it says is all the process of business could be done electronically. Now, one example they have given is like accounting. Accounting, you just enter your figure, date, and the way of entry, then immediately where it has to be placed, how it should be treated, everything your computer does and gives for you. In the manual you have to search, go enter the journal ledger, but you just enter in the tally your amount and automatically it comes and it will arrange as you want. Not only this process, there are various other processes. Order taking, maybe in the shops, order taking. So you need not sit and take the orders. You just tell the people, see, put your orders on the website, and automatically the website will give you order, and final even the bills are produced. Otherwise you have to take a order and how much price you have to fix and calculate. But in the website, if you enter, automatically price will come and total amount need to how much to be paid, it will come. So this is all the business processes are done through the electronic means. That is also another feature of e-commerce. Then let's move to the another one, virtual communities. Virtual communities are online communities created by means such as chat rooms and specifically designed sites like where people can interact with each other having common interest using the internet. Oh, for this, I can give you best example your WhatsApp groups. You have a WhatsApp group. It's called a community, one community, and in that the people of similar interest join. If a person doesn't fit to that group, he will quit. So usually people who are having a similar interest will be grouped together, and they will have a interaction with each other or discuss on the business matters or related aspects. Therefore, virtual communities are possible. You may be here in this Puttur, another person may be in Delhi, another person may be in Dubai, another may be in Israel. But all this together through the virtual means can have a discussion, and have business ideas and all could be discussed, and everything is possible. These are the virtual communities, is another nature of e-commerce. Then interdisciplinary in nature. E-commerce is not just one subject. Here itself we know that e-commerce word itself makes one is technology subject, another is commerce subjects. It is blended together. Not only that, many more things. So implementation of e-commerce needs a lot of knowledge of managerial, technology, social and legal issues. Besides this, the understanding of consumer behavior, marketing tools and financial aspects is the crucial. Designing interactive e-commerce websites. So what it says is e-commerce is not only one subject. It includes many subjects like marketing is included, financial aspects are included, then consumer behavior that comes in the organization behavior that also is included, then managerial aspects, management is included, technology aspect that is also included. Very many aspects are included in the e-commerce. E-commerce is not just one discipline, it is a multidisciplinary. Then customization. With the use of e-commerce technology, the world is moving from mass production to mass customization. Mass production to mass customization. Product customization ensures that goods are tailor made as per the requirements and preferences of customers. Like Dell Computers website www.dell.com enables the consumers to mention configuration of a computer, and then the product is made available and delivered as per the configuration ordered by the customer. What it says is, here one example is there. See, in the Dell company, there is a website. You go there, and what kind of laptop or a computer you want, mention the features, and accordingly it will be designed or altered and given to you, supplied. So customization means each individual how he wants like that item is produced and supplied. So mass production was there, but today see this word I underlined for that is a mass production to mass customization. Mass customization to many people as he wants, it will be produced or converted or altered and supplied. Therefore, customization is possible today. Each individual, according to his preferences, could be done, or that way of manufacturing is possible. So these all points speak about what e-commerce is. So we saw the nature of e-commerce, and now let's move on to the another important topic of the e-commerce, that is scope of e-commerce. A few points will tell you what is the scope of e-commerce, or in which all areas today e-commerce is existing, or in which all this one areas aspects e-commerce is playing its role, we can say. Now, scope of e-commerce. First point is sale, purchase of goods. Absolutely, many times we have spoken about that. Through the e-commerce, there is a buying and selling, sale, purchase of goods. By using e-commerce, consumers can buy the various products and services from the different manufacturers. Industries can purchase raw materials, components, etc. using e-commerce. Sellers can sell their products by using e-commerce. So e-commerce is very much used by the buyers as well as for the purchase and for sell and for sales of the items. Then real estate market. So e-commerce is existing in the real estate market too. See, online real estate services are provided by websites that show listing of houses, shops and flats put up for sale and rent. Online real estate sites play supporting role for property dealers. Now, builders can use virtual reality technology on their website to demonstrate three-dimensional floor plans to buyers. This helps real estate companies to attract buyers. So, transactions normally can be initiated online but materialize offline in a face to face contact of parties. Many websites are providing online real estate services. So, real estate services, the person need not come and approach you first time directly. He can see many pictures of the houses, lands, properties are displayed on the website, and people go there and they get what they want. And after that, finally, they can have a face to face conversation. So, in the real estate also, e commerce exists. Then we see where it is existing. Online banking. I think I need not speak. Most of you are using this banking mode, and today everybody has a banking. Whenever you have a account, earlier people used to have just passbook. Then it came to the ATM card, and today you have a app. So company different mobile, different banks give their different apps. Now Karnataka, this SBI bank give Yono, then corporation bank give Corpis. In similar way, Karnataka bank gives KBL Plus. These are the apps you can download and use your you can attach your account and make use of this. Online banking is also known as electronic banking, net banking, virtual banking, and internet banking. Online banking is defined as automated delivery of new and traditional banking products and services through electronic and interactive communication channels. Customers can access online banking services by using electronic devices like a personal computer, laptop, palm top, ATM, kiosk, etc. So you can use even here they have not mentioned mobile. So mobile phones, computers, laptops, palm tops, uh, then ATM, kiosk, all these are the ways where you can get money electronically, deal your banking electronically. Then delivery of goods. E-commerce allows the delivery of products. For example, the computer software is directly downloaded by the software manufacturer on computer of the customer. So even some goods could be delivered to you. For example, the drama, CDs, then your intellectual properties like your books. You want a book, you can directly deliver it to your customer through the this one. So delivery of goods also, not only this one buying and selling of goods, delivery of goods, not of all kinds. Now this one property or a house you can't deliver through the electronic medium, but there are items which could be delivered. Example is given is a software or a application, anything, a video game. So delivery of goods is also one of the area of e-commerce. Then import and export. So in the import and export also e-commerce plays a major role. So electronic payments are playing a great role in import and export business. The internet has simplified the import and export business. By using e-commerce, importers can make enquiries about the products they are manufactured, price, quality, other terms and conditions, etc. Exporters can also make enquiries about suitable customers. So enquiry could be done. Then you have a payments. So payments can be made by electronic modes, including digital means like internet payment and internet money transfer. So in the field of import and export also e-commerce is beneficial, and in that area also e-commerce is playing its major role. So here we saw some of the points which speaks where all e-commerce is existing. Beside this also in many areas e-commerce is existing. The scope of e-commerce is very vast and wide, but a few points here just to know what the scope of e-commerce is. Till where in the banking field it is there, in the transportation it is there, in the buying and selling it is there, in the retailing is there. So some more points we have. Supply chain management. So a supply chain is a set of relationship between a number of companies who have a symbolic relationship with each other, in that one company supplies commodities or services to other companies, which in turn supply commodities or services to other companies, and so on. An important point about an application such as this one is that information should be kept confidential as it flows across the internet. What it says is there is a supply chain management. All the information about the supply, buying and selling that takes place between the companies or two organizations is managed, and all that information is kept in secret with the electronic mediums. Nobody knows what is happening between those, but supply chain information is supplied, documents are exchanged, that takes place in this. And the final is e-tailing. E-tailing refers to retailing over the internet. Thus an e-tailer is a business to consumer business that executes a transaction with the final consumer. E-tailers can be pure play business like Amazon.com, businesses that have evolved from a legacy business, Tesco.com. Then e-tailing is a subset of e-commerce. So e-tailing is just one part. In the e-tailing means website or a company that is supplying the items or the goods or the services to the final user. So in the see purchase and sales of the goods could be to organization to the government or anybody. But here e-tailing means reaching to the final user consumers. So that is the difference. Otherwise why there is a two things, purchase and sales and e-tailing, it's similar, but what the difference is, purchasing and sales could be even by the business, but your business man is selling to the final consumer. That's there. So now we are very clear how wide the scope of e-commerce is. In many areas e-commerce is existing and very useful. So in today's class we saw the points of nature of e-commerce as well as the scope of e-commerce.